Gary Vikings. It's Tutu Tuesday. Hopefully wearing our tutus. It's our 30th episode, the 25th of October. Today we have Viking News, a Red Ribbon Week special. We have local events. We had the DAW Center writing workshop recap with Miss Ashley and Miss Skyla. There's a spotlight on students for Achieve 3000. There's a sing-along with staff and announcements for Cafecito con Libros, Spirit, Halloween, as well as a softball tryout information and fundraiser. So stay tuned.
Hi Vikings, it's Emily
and Jocelyn.
This week we celebrate Red Ribbon Week, a yearly event where we remind students to stay away from drugs.
This year's theme is Celebrate Life, Live Drug-Free, which is an important message as there has been increasingly deadly opioid overdoses among teenagers and kids nationwide and close to home.
Fentanyl has been in the news lately, and even in our own district, as parent education webinar was hosted last night to warn of the very real dangers.
According to a Rutgers University article, fentanyl is so dangerous because it is small, but a very potent pain reliever or opioid that, if used incorrectly, can lead to overdose.
The main problem is that the illegal manufacturing and smuggling of these pills, including the recent rainbow candy-looking pills, have become a popular drug and almost completely replaced heroin.
The drug Narcan, or naloxone, is used by medical professionals to reverse overdose of fentanyl.
PUSD is also recommending to the board a policy allowing school sites to administer Narcan if needed from any person suffering from an opioid overdose.
According to a U.S. news report, at least 7 Los Angeles teenagers have overdosed on pills likely laced with fentanyl over the past month, including a 15-year-old girl who died on a high school campus, authorities said.
The drugs were being sold on a campus at a nearby park with 2 teen boys aged 15 to 16 held on suspicions of manslaughter.
Los Angeles County has the highest number of total deaths at 1,361, with a rate of 13.13 at 100,000.
Here's a video with more information.
Issue because fentanyl overdose deaths have really skyrocketed over the last 5 years among teenagers. Now, our team has been monitoring the state's overdose surveillance dashboard. The data for teenagers ages 15 to 19 show fentanyl-related deaths were at 10 in 2017. 2019, that number increased to 81. Then it soared in 2020 to 250 deaths. Then there was a slight decline in 2021 to 224 deaths. I took these numbers to U.S. Attorney Philip Talbert. He says many teens don't know how dangerous fentanyl is.
There was a national survey that showed that most teens, I think it was almost 3/4, didn't know about counterfeit pills containing fentanyl. And when asked about what drugs are extremely dangerous, only half as many listed fentanyl as being extremely dangerous as, say, heroin. And yet 14 times the number of deaths are attributed to fentanyl overdoses than to heroin. So I think, and part of this, the summit is a big part of this. We need to get the word out. We need to educate our youth that fentanyl is in these counterfeit pills. 1, the pills are fake. 2, they contain fentanyl, which is really dangerous if used outside of surgical procedures and other legitimate medical procedures.
U.S. Attorney Talbert says drug dealers are targeting teens with counterfeit pills that aren't real prescription medications, and colored fentanyl pills made to look like candy.
There's a new danger that is out there right now that is killing kids. And our kids need to know about it. They need to know that if they're going to take a pill, then they might be taking a 40% chance that they'll die from that.
Just say no, Vikings.
Now for a little bit of global news, as we are celebrating different holidays that happen during the fall. One that we don't mention very often that we should is Diwali. So happy Diwali to those who are celebrating the Festival of Lights. Here's a quick intro to what we celebrate on this day. Started yesterday for the festival, 5-day Festival of Lights.
Around the world, people are lighting up the sky with fireworks and dressing up their homes with colorful decor and candles. It's Diwali, the Festival of Lights. The word Diwali was inspired from a Sanskrit word called Deepavali, which means rows of lit lamps. And that's why Diwali is known as the Festival of Lights. The 5-day festival is celebrated every fall by Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, and some Buddhists. Hindus celebrate Diwali to rejoice Lord Ram's return home after being exiled for 14 years and defeating a king known as Ravan. Jains celebrate the festival to mark the spiritual awakening of their lord Mahavira. Sikhs celebrate Diwali to commemorate their spiritual leader Guru Har Govind's return to Amritsar, a city in northern India, after being imprisoned. And some Buddhists celebrate the festival to honor their emperor Ashoka's decision to follow a path of peace and converting to Buddhism, after witnessing a lot of killings. Although these four religions have different reasons for celebrating Diwali, what they all have in common is the concept of new beginnings, light over darkness, and good over evil. Diwali is celebrated with prayers, fireworks, candles lit inside of clay pots, rangolis, which are colored patterns drawn on the ground with colored rice or powder, and it's also a good reason to invite friends and family over for a big meal.
We have a fun segment from Miss Ashley about local events happening that concern you and moral support with Miss Skylar.
Hi Vikings! On Wednesday, we went to the Dow Center of Arts for the Scripts Writing Workshop. This workshop is located in downtown Pomona near Mi Cafecito, which was featured in a previous video on Viking Connect. For me, this is a really memorable experience, but let's hear what the other Vikings have to say about it.
My name is Isaac, I'm a sophomore, and I'm here at the Center of the Arts for the Scripts Writing Program, which is a program run by professors and college students to help improve your writing.
The people here were very helpful and nice. They helped me realize a bunch of things about my writing that I didn't see before. And I think I'm going to need this in the future. So if you're interested in expanding your writing capabilities, you could come.
Hi, it's Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Belen.
And we are both students at Scripps College in Claremont, California. And we are part of the Poetry in the World class, and we do poetry and creative writing and essay workshops at the DA in Pomona.
Yeah, and we're here to help you with any type of writing you need and to help you find the confidence and joy to write whatever you desire.
Yeah, and we're here every Wednesday from 4:45 to 5:30. And you can also sign on to our Zoom link, which will be provided somewhere in this video for you.
Yeah, just come on by whenever you're free.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Hi, my name is Alex Santiago. I'm a senior at Walnut High School, and I attend the Scripts workshops at the DA. It's a really valuable experience where you can help expand on your work and learn new writing techniques, and I think you should all come and join the fun.
And this place is an amazing place. I said place twice, I don't like that. The script.
All right, everybody, we're going to spotlight students, but we're going to spotlight our Achieve 3000 leaders. Mr. Layton went out of his way to make sure that we recognize those who are achieving, who are doing what they need to do. So a special shout out to the following students. Congratulations, Jose Chavez and Jose Delgado, Yurida Garcia, and Anas Amat, Jessica Boruel, Juan Pacheco, and Miriam de Jesus Valenzuela, Adriana Cabello, John Patrick Borgado, Christian Camacho, and Cassandra Macias, Hector Camaton, Felix Gill, and Israel Salinas, Christian Ledesma Mendoza, and Hugo Santos Cruz, Lorenzo Padro, Adrian Tamayo, Angel Sanchez, Anthony Lopez, Brandon Alvarez Peral, Kiara Fuentes Venegas, and Ashley Alvarado Valenzuela. Many of those awards were both top of their class as well as top readers overall across the school. So congratulations to all of those. We're so proud of you. Keep up the good work. Keep on achieving 3000. All right, so let's listen to another oldie but goodie, Sing Along with Staff. It's been a while, so join me in saying hi to our staff.
Wait. You have to wait until the bad hair day. This is the sing when you go. Okay, so you gotta sing a song now. Bye. Do you know Sia? No?
Sia? Oh my gosh.
Wouldn't wanna be ya? No?
Sia wouldn't wanna be.
Just sing a song, period.
Sing a song.
What's your favorite?
Twinkle, twinkle,
yeah, okay.
Little star.
Little star.
How I wonder what you are.
I love it.
Up above a world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Can you sing a song by Sia? Do you know who she is?
Yes.
Okay, what's the song?
Bulletproof.
Okay. Your...
Go ahead. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away.
Let's see if we get a good one. Britney Spears?
Oops, I did it again.
I do remember the times.
Oh yeah, remember the time.
Let's see. Do you remember when we fell in love? We were young and innocent then. Do you remember? Well, it all began. It just seemed like heaven, so why did it end?
Do you remember?
Yes, so amazing. Well, we have some announcements today. The first one we have is from Cafecito con Libros. Take it away, Mr. Ann.
Hi, Vikings. This is a quick reminder that quiz number 1 for our Cafecito con Libros activities opens up on October 24th. So you should have that available to you, teachers, through the shared calendar so you can share it with participating students. The quiz will close on Friday the 28th. Remember that students should be halfway done with their books prior to taking their quiz. So if they're not there yet by Monday, give them some time to do so, but they do need to take their quiz by Friday, October 28th. In order to earn their stamps, they also need to get 70% or higher. So students, please make sure that you've taken the time to get halfway through your book before you take the quiz so that you're the most confident when you take it. A reminder also, for students who don't have a participating teacher, you can come and see Ms. Torres in room 408 on Mondays before or after school, or you can come see me, Ms. Duran, in room 212 on Tuesdays before or after school, and we can give you access to that quiz. Also, a quick reminder that after this quiz, there will be another quiz near the end of the semester, as well as a writing project. Also, a reminder that we are giving away prizes and gift cards. So teachers or participating teachers, you should have received some raffle tickets. Please make sure that you are giving that to students who either complete Chapter Fridays or who do end up getting that 75% or higher on their quiz, and then turn them into Ms. Sanchez in room 214. Thank you so much, Vikings.
Once again, we are celebrating Red Ribbon Week this week. Today was Tutu Tuesday. Make sure that you're wearing red tomorrow for Wednesday. Thursday is Lay Off Drugs. And once again, those shirts are available for a pink out game over in room 111. $12 for the shirt, $15 for the long sleeve. Make sure that you're wearing that gear. Proceeds go to the Pomona Breast Cancer Research. So we're going to continue our Halloween games in the library. There is also a pumpkin carving contest that is happening. If you are interested, make sure that you're going to room 111. There are still pumpkins available for free for you to do your pumpkin carving. First prize is $100, second prize is $50, and your third prize is $25. Seems like a pretty cool way for you to get a chance to win money for decorating a pumpkin and getting in the holiday spirit. It is going to be due Monday on Halloween. All right, there is a softball mandatory meeting today at lunch in the gym. There will also be a mandatory meeting for those that are interested in softball Wednesday, which is going to be at the Pomona Pizza Company, which happens to also be a huge fundraiser. So why doesn't everybody show up? You have an all-day fundraiser from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Just mention Gary Softball, help earn money for our softball amazing Vikings, Lady Vikings. But once again, the meeting is today, mandatory at lunch, as well as the all-day fundraiser on Wednesday. See you there.